Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are going to do another video on Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor, which just came out recently. The last video, we did a timetable mode and we took Gordon on the express train from Tidmouth to Knapford. Vicarstown to Knapford. Kind of got like a tour of the entire route. And in this video, I've decided we're going to do a story. And we're going to do one that is shunting related. So we're going to search for that real quick here. But so the stories in Wonders of Sodor are sort of like their, that's like the main focal point, or I guess, I don't know, selling feature you could say for all this stuff. So anyway, we're going to hop into it. From what I understand, the stories are pretty well done, and a lot of them follow the actual video series, the animated series, I guess. So anyway, we're going to hop right into Diesel's shunting challenge and see what we got in store for us here.
Welcome to the shunting challenge. As you can see, these trucks are all out of order and need to be put back into their proper places.
Oh, they're very out of order.
You should try to get the truck shunted in as few moves as possible to increase your score.
Doubt that, but okay. Okay, so the shunting challenge is not timed, but it is sort of like a puzzle that we're going to have to put together here. And we're going to have to get all these cars. I think the way this is working, can I move here? I think the way this is going to work is that we are doing by 1, 2, 3, 4, so simple counting anyway. So we got one car here. It looks like the next car that we need to couple onto is 2 and 3, which are buried behind these two gray vans right here, I guess you'd call them. So these two Gons that we need to pick up. And then, so it looks like we're collecting Gons, right? We're collecting that guy. He's a Gon. Those two are, do they have faces? Those ones don't have faces on them. Not all of the Thomas and Friends trains had faces, but I think they all still have like feelings. And then over here we got 4, 5, and 6, and then 7 and 8. Okay, so this isn't terrible. This is a simple. The hardest part is just going to be digging these two guys out, which is going to be fine because we're going to try to like maybe kick them over. Oh, and then we have to tie them onto this brake van over here. I'm trying to get my terms. Like, I grew up with Thomas, and what is that? It looks like a moon. It's like a moon with like a rocket or a firework coming off of it. Anyway, this is the brake van over here that we're going to be tying onto. Is this Toad? This isn't Toad. It doesn't look like Toad, does it? You know, Thomas never had like a brake van sidekick. I think that's one of the elements of Thomas the Tank Engine that we sort of missed, but that's like the finish line right there is tying onto this. So I grew up on Thomas the Tank Engine, and all the terms and all that I learned about trains, a lot of it came from this, and I've since unlearned all that working for the railroad. But okay, so another big thing that we've got here that I've learned in the last video is that you can change the settings on how you control the trains. And when you're in realism mode, what happens is the controls for the throttle sort of stick, so you can set your throttle position and it doesn't drop off like it does when you're in the not so realistic mode, where it sort of works like a pedal on a car. And like, as you can see right here, sort of just kind of does that. But for this, I've gone back into the easy mode just because I think it's going to be much easier to shunt like this than it would be the other way. So we're going to come back and tie on to our first car, our first wagon, I guess. I don't know. What do you call them? And what do you call them on the island of Sodor? It's probably wagon. A little more. Okay. Now we're going to have to uncouple And in order to uncouple, let's see. I just need to see if I can, like, do this without having to climb out, but I don't think we can. Not gonna let me. Yeah, not gonna let me do it. That's fine. So we have to go into, like, the first person mode here, drop off. Thankfully, we're not being timed. It's just a, here we go, uncouple. And now I need to change the direction of travel before we bump back in and recouple. So we need to press A to go into the forward mode, and then I'm also going to just come back out of the cab here so I can see what's going on. And we're going to cut away. Perfect. Okay, we got number one, and we're going to stay tied on to number one here. It's this next move that's going to be a little tricky. Oh, you know what? You know what we need to do? Whoa. Whoa. Stopping distance was not very good on that at all. Okay. We had to throw the switch. We forgot to throw the switch. That's going to count against us. It's all fine, though. So we have to go back, and we also need to realize now that the stopping distance is going to be pretty rough for this. Okay. Alright, so now I need to get the switch. Now I can get the switch by using the map, I believe. So we can just line this switch that way. Can also just do it in first person mode too, but it's just, it might make this a little bit easier for us. So we get that switch is lined for us. I don't think that trailing point switches, oops, wrong way again. We got to get that direction. Thing's really gonna throw me. I don't think we need to worry about trailing points, just facing points. So we're not going to worry about that too much at the moment, unless it becomes an actual issue. Man, that stopping distance really is rough. Okay, so we're going to get out of the cab and line this switch up. Okay. We need to come over... Oh, we need to come over another switch here too, but eventually we're going to be going back, so we'll just make sure this switch is good when we do go back. We're not actually going back that way. We're going all the way out for that next move, which is fine. So when we do come this way, we're going to need to line this switch up. There we go. Okay, straight rail. Right? I don't have that right at all, no. Where's the switch point for this? It's that one, right? So, no, we need to go. This controls both. This controls both. We were lined up right already, so we need to be that way. This is confusing. These slip switches are something else. Where you need to come this way, and why is this shouldn't be as hard as I'm making this much harder than it needs to be. That's the switch way. That's the way we want to go. Okay, we're lined up now. Okay. All right, but we still need to come out another 2 car lengths, so we're gonna hop back into the seat here and just go forward a little ways. There we go. Okay. There's probably a much easier way to do this part of it. I just threw the switch, right? Or is the switch automatically throwing for me? We come out, and now we can go over and tie on. I now, with a fair amount of confidence, can say we are lined up for that track finally. That was way harder than it had to be. Let's change directions again. We're now backing up, and we're going to be doing that much slower than the last time because we are not stopping very quick. So nice and easy. Okay. Clunk. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to, okay, we were coupled on, but we still have to hop off here actually, because we need to go down past these red cars here, and these mail cars that are right here, they need to be uncoupled and left behind. They're not going with us. So, oh, I wonder if there's like a mail train in this, in one, like one of the stories. That would be cool. Also, I know Henry's not in this, but there was a really cool story. It was one of my favorites as a kid. Henry and the Flying Clipper, or the Flying Kipper. It was like a fish train, like a perishable fish train that he had to handle every, like it was like an overnight train or something, but it was such a really cool video. It was one of the original series. All right, now, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna hold on to all 5 of these cars, and we do have to come back out and get rid of those 2, but we're gonna do it afterwards, because let's see, I don't know if it counts. It probably doesn't count against me to just set these cars over to any track, so I could just get rid of them now. But what I could also do is, just as I come back over here, I could get rid of them. I'm trying to think. It's still going to be the same amount of moves to get rid of them. I have to get rid of them at any point, at some point. So I don't think it counts against me if they do, like, get relocated. We're going to pull forward. Let's see. We got the correct cars? We do. All right. So now, for this next one, we have to go all the way out down this yard lead right here, which is going to be uphill, which is going to even make it even more hard too. We need to come all the way out. Did they put buffers on the ends of the... They did. Oh, that might make this hard. I didn't think about that. Okay, that's fine though. We might have to ditch these cars beforehand just because. I think we're good. I think that's good. Okay. All right, cool. We don't have a rollback. I was worried that we might have a rollback on that. So without like having the brakes on, let's get this switch lined up. That's going to take us back down to where we need to be over here, and then I think the cars that we need are in... Well, we'll worry about that in a moment. Okay, so we need to change directions again. We should all be lined up. And we're going to come down nice and easy. Good so far. This next switch we do need, and we're going to start putting the brakes on now. We're going to hopefully stop. My gosh, yeah. That'll do ya right there, bud. All right, we need to get this switch lined up, I think. I'm going to just really quick, we're going to go over here and look. Let's see, that switch is not lined up for us. Can we just line it? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that makes life a lot easier. Okay, now we have that switch reversed. The cars that we need are going to be in these 2 tracks over here. 7 and 8 are here. 4, 5, and 6 are here. That's another uncouple that we need to do. Can we uncouple now? Oh, that makes life a lot easier. I don't know if that'll actually work that way, though, because if we couple just a little too hard onto the cars, it's going to make that a challenge to where to uncouple the cars. Okay, so then this switch is now... Nope. We had it correct before. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we have that switch lined up. We have... It's kind of strange. Why do they have this track doing that? That's such a strange arrangement. And then have this weird crossover in between. I don't know. I think I got that wrong. Okay, we're good now. I'm not even going to begin to try to figure out like what their mental processes are on the Sodor railways, but it seems a little nonsensical to me. Okay. Next thing we need to do is now back ourselves up, which I don't know, can we... I forgot if we can actually control outside the cab. That would make things a lot easier, though. That's the wrong way, though. We need to go the correct way. That works. Okay, cool. Here we go, after all this... After all that craziness... We're on the move to come tie onto these cars over here, which is 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Just kind of get myself a sort of a conductor's perspective on this. Got like 2 car lengths now. It's like 1 American car. Oh. I wanted to couple gently, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to need to go back now to this other end and uncouple again, probably. No, we're good. We're still good there. Okay, so then we've got our 4, 5, and 6. Change directions so that we can pull these ahead. Whoa. They really rock and roll, don't they? Come over here, we'll tie on to 7 and 8. Is that Sir Topham Hatt over there? Okay, go ahead and bring this to a stop real quick. We got to get this switch lined up. Yeah, okay, this is Sir Topham Hatt. What are you staring at over here? What are you... Look, there's nothing over here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this was he modeled after my boss? He looks just like my boss. Oh, to a T. He's the same stature and everything. If my boss wore a top hat, what is he? Why are you? That's a weird smile. Just, why are you standing? All of everything that's going on right now in this scene is going on behind you. Am I supposed to come over and talk to him? It doesn't tell me to. He's just standing here. I wonder if I come over here like he's going to do something, like he's going to fire me on the spot. He's like, you didn't check your switch points. Okay, we're going to get back to work here because I don't want to dilly-dally with the boss. I don't want to get fired from my job So we're going to back this train up now. All right. We have to do this really easy because we've got a lot of cars tied onto us now that apparently Diesel can't handle. This is why they call them troublesome cars. Oh, so close. Oh, that would have been a picture perfect couple, but we're going to do this. It's okay. Bam. Wow. I still can't get over that. So, so did we... Whoa. That seems like a problem. Yeah, do you guys, are you guys aware that the mail cars, the buffers don't... Yeah, okay. So let's see, manual uncoupled. So they're currently uncoupled, right? Let's pull forward and find out. Yeah, okay, they're still uncoupled. All right. That being the case, that means we now have everything from... Basically, this needs to tie on to number 9, which is that brake van over there. It's just now we have to get rid of those 2 cars. But we're going to do this, hopefully, without getting dinged, because now I'm thinking that they're not going to like when I couple onto that van as like the finish line. They're going to be like, your objective failed because you didn't get rid of those 2 cars. And that's going to add an extra move. Sorry, I'm trying to think like game logic wise what might happen. So I'm gonna ditch these 2 cars while I'm right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna ditch them here. I was gonna do it as like the last move before I went over, but I'm gonna ditch them here, and I guess we'll find out if it matters. I guess we'll find out if it matters or not where the like player cars, like the cars that are not supposed to be collected, if it matters where they end up. I don't think it does, but you never know. You can never really tell with Train Sim World. But I will say this is kind of funny. This seems to be the most realistic switching challenge that I've actually done in a Train Sim World, like a dovetail game. Most of them have you doing weird stuff where you have to like pull way far out, further than you need to. He's like, that is not where those cars go, sir. Here, I'm giving him something to look at. So, let's see, uncouple. I'm glad we finally figured out how that all works. Or maybe it won't now. Let's see. That's weird. Why won't you let me uncouple? Can I not uncouple them here? Look, I'm just trying to get rid of these cars. Yeah, it's not letting me uncouple the cars here. What's up with that? Okay, so it lets me do that. There we go. All right. Okay, that was just a weird little glitch. Changing directions again. Here we go. That was quite aggressive. All right. Now, Okay, so now we can back up and we have our 1 tying on to our number 2. And if I can count correctly, we have all the cars in the right order to go tie on to number 9. Easy. 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 Oh, all right. That actually seemed pretty smooth. Go back forward now and drag all of this out. Now, hopefully we have room up here. We just have to come past this switch. But that's still a tight squeeze. Like, why would they put the buffers on? I want to complete this challenge, but I also kind of want to come back into this and see if I can, like, drop these cars and if they roll, like, freely. I don't think they do, though. Like, I could just come up here and just, like, cut the cars off and let them kind of roll down like a hump yard. Nope, stop, please. Now we're lined back. No. Are the switches lining up for us? Okay, so we're good there. We're good there. We're not good here. We're straight rail now. And that's pointed towards number 9. So we have one more crossover. Yeah, we've got one more switch here that we should double check. That one's good too. Okay, so we're all lined up. And we can complete this challenge. I think if I guess I did have to make that extra move, but you have to make that extra move anyway, so maybe I won't be too far behind. I know I made one bad move going towards the stub track when we first tied on to number 1. So I guess maybe that could ding me, but we'll see, because I haven't actually seen what my score is. Unless that 195 is the score. Oh. Slow down. They really are a challenge to stop. Like, really got to sit on that brake. All right, and we're good there. We just have to go down and grab our brake van over here. I'm afraid to throttle up at all because I feel like it's going to get away from me. We're doing pretty good. We're at a pretty good speed right now, so I'll just keep it at this speed. We'll be here in less than a minute. See, this is where I was going to ditch those 2 cars over there. This is where I was going to actually ditch them at this moment, but I think that if I had tied everything on with those 2 cars, it was just going to, like, give me a penalty, so. Come on, come on. A little more. Yeah, see that?
Well done. You managed to shunt the trucks into the correct order.
Did you not think I was going to? You did it. You actually did it. I didn't think you were, but all right. Thank you, Sir Topham Hatt. Or also maybe even my boss. Because he looks just like him. Okay, well, that was it. So, wait, what was my score? Do I replay the scenario? I don't think they're going to free roll. Like, I don't think that's a thing that happens. Load checkpoint. No, I want to go back. That was great. Okay, so shunting challenge actually almost just like how real life works, I guess, in some way. Like it allows you to like make your own moves, which is awesome, because like I remember playing CSX Heavy Haul, and you had to like kind of just follow directions, you know, going back and forth and hitting checkpoints in order to switch the cars out, which sort of took away like the element of you deciding how the cars should get switched out. So that is a major plus for Thomas and Friends. This is a lot of fun, and I'm going to be back with another video very soon, because we're going to do more on Wonders of Sodor. If you like this video, if there's something that you want to see me do in this game, please suggest it below in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and if you haven't, please like and subscribe to this video. I am trying to actually do something with this channel and make it grow a little bit, and your subscription, your like, if you like what I'm putting out, would be tremendously helpful. Anyway, that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.